handsome black man.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, big head.
Jonathan Welch walked out of jail with a promise of redemption hanging in the air, thanks to the people who believed in him the most, his mother and stepfather. Zlayiah Frazier had dared to escape his control, dared to expose the truth. She was only 22, but her life had already become intertwined with his in ways that transformed love into a weapon. Jonathan had no pretense of remorse, no hint of the man his family had hoped to save. Instead, he killed his mother, stepfather, and girlfriend. Let us dive into this horrible story and find out what led to their tragic ending. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to the victim's family and friends. Zlayiah Frazier was born on March 8, 2000. She had 6 siblings and a 1-year-old son. Zlayiah was a people person. She was characterized as an enjoyable, loving, and caring woman. Each year, Frazier attended the homecoming court while attending Lincoln High School. She was aware of her goals in life, and at the age of 22, she opened her own store where she sold clothing, accessories, and other goods. Being a mother, a college student, and a company owner, Zlayiah was a driven individual. She had a business, but she also aspired to become a nurse. She loved helping people, therefore she decided to become a nurse. Her sister, who had cerebral palsy, and her brother, who battled cancer, both served as inspiration. Zlayiah was a very affectionate person who loved everyone she met. Frazier always spread positivity around her. She was always full of laughter and joy. She was also a great mom. In high school, Zlayiah Frazier met Jonathan Welch, 23, who she met when she was 16. People close to them knew that they were in love and would spend the rest of their lives together because they were high school sweethearts. Additionally, Frazier would share posts on the anniversaries, discussing their relationship's challenges and how they overcame them. They purchased the house and lived in together as they awaited the birth of their son, since Zlayiah and Jonathan wanted to be equally involved in his life. When their baby was born in March 2021, the couple was ecstatic to have a child and was eager to raise him together. Their relationship deteriorated because Jonathan, despite their love, was apparently concerned about it and would argue with her over mails who were often in her direct messages. This made him envious and distant. In addition, he would constantly want to check her phone to see if his suspicions were accurate and accuse her of infidelity. Zlayiah loved Jonathan and would forgive him despite his reported assault toward her, which was caused by his jealousy of her. Detroit police were called to a domestic assault in the early hours of June 2, 2022. About 3 in the morning, Zlayiah Frazier, 22, was woken up by her boyfriend, Jonathan Welch, 23, assaulting her. This occurred as a result of Welch attacking his girlfriend Frazier violently after she refused to open her phone to give him the passcode. He burned her arms and legs with a metal spatula, strangled her with an extension cord, and poured gasoline in her legs. In addition, he beat her with his belt, threatened her with a drill, and tried to sexually assault her with a pole. Fortunately, she managed to escape the house and make her way to her neighbors. Jonathan did kick the neighbor's door and follow her, but he left the area before the police could get there. A little after 11 a.m. the next day, Welch was taken into custody and charged with 3 counts of felony assault, assault with intent to cause bodily damage, assault with purpose to commit sexual penetration, and third-degree criminal sexual conduct. First-degree torture and home invasion. Jonathan was issued a $100,000 bond on June 12 and instructed to avoid Frazier. Using a bail bondsman on the $10,000, his mother was able to secure his release on July 8. His bail was set at $100,000, of which he was required to pay 10%. Jonathan's mother called Zlayiah on July 10, saying she wanted her to come see her so they could patch things up and build a relationship with her grandson. However, that would be the last time her family would see her. Just 2 days later, after Jonathan's release, there were reports that someone was being held inside a house. Jonathan had stabbed his mother and had barricaded himself inside when the police came. With a knife lodged in her back, she managed to flee and make it to a neighbor's house before being sent to the hospital. Neighbors claim to have witnessed Welch dump a baby, possibly his 1-year-old son, outside the window. The 1-year-old was transported to the hospital after the cops noticed him. He started shooting at police after realizing his son was gone, and he then started burning the house until firefighters arrived and extinguished the fire. The bodies of Zlayiah Frazier, 22, and his stepfather, Robert Bray Jr., were discovered by authorities when they entered the house after Jonathan surrendered following a 7-hour siege. His mother passed away from her injuries as well.
A Harper Woods man now facing charges in the death of his mother, to go along with many other charges at the moment. 23-year-old Jonathan Welch, accused of stabbing 42-year-old Flossie Bray. This happened July 10th during what turned out to be a barricaded situation at her home. Police say Bray escaped with a knife in her back, looking for help. That's when police showed up. The standoff began, but earlier this week she died from her wounds. Welch already facing charges for killing his girlfriend and stepfather on that same day, due back in court August 31st.
She was driven, she was smart, beautiful. I don't know why. You're sick. I hope you ride. I hope you rot in jail for the rest of your life.
Jonathan Welch sat almost expressionless, hearing the absolutely devastating pain the family of the people he murdered cannot escape because of his malicious actions to take the lives of multiple people.
Why? Just why do that to my big sister that I love so much?
Do you even have a soul, Jonathan? Do you? Do you know what you killed your own mother?
Prosecutors say in the summer of 2022, 24-year-old Natayla Morse was found dead. Welch accused of killing her. Welch was then charged with torturing and sexually assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Zlayiah Frazier. After posting bond, he walked out of jail. Then just days later, investigators say he barricaded himself in his mom's home, eventually killing his ex-girlfriend, his stepdad, and his own mother.
My daughter Zlayiah Frazier lived to tell me the horrible things he did to her. He treated her like she was nothing but trash. 39 days later, my daughter Zlayiah was dead. I tried so hard to keep this monster away from my daughter for years, yet I failed.
It hurts because we let him in. And he took something from us that he can't give back. I worry about his soul.
As part of a plea deal, Welch was sentenced to 45 to 70 years in prison for 3 counts of murder in the second degree, and an additional 20 to 40 years for another count of murder in the second degree. Welch gets credit for the time he's already served. The sentences run concurrently. Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
We wish the family the fortitude to overcome this loss and that her photos will help them remember all of the wonderful times they spent with her. We hope Zlayiah Frazier's soul finds peace. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.